Hey guys, it's Don here. All right, I'm going to work on my MTen3. I've got it on my table and he's all taken apart. I'll show you what I'm doing and what's going on, just to have some video out there showing the insides of an MTen3, because I know that's getting kind of rare, and since I got him apart and everything. So my MTen3 has taken a lot of abuse over the years. I take him out every time for a group ride. He's my little parking lot wheel and stuff, and people always want to try him out. People crash him a lot. I mean, he's taken such huge crashes because they try to do tricks and stuff, and then they'll crash and he'll spin and he'll smash into things, and it's like really bad. He's taken so much abuse. And then last Sunday, at the last Sunday ride, I was playing around with the drone, and the drone was chasing me, and I went around a curb, and I thought I had cleared the curb, but I also turned around behind me to look for the drone, and then I think I inadvertently twisted my body as well, and I think my pedal just clipped the backside of the curb. But I had to have only been going like, I don't know, like 1 mile an hour, right? I was literally just pausing and looking back at the drone when I did this, and I fell hard, and I hurt my knee real bad and stuff, and my other leg. But the MTen3 just fell over, and it wasn't bad for the MTen3 at all. But all of a sudden, he wouldn't power down anymore. He wouldn't respond to the power button, and then he was on, and he would not power down. And then when I stood him upright, he would beep and balance. And then I'd roll him around and see, just with my hand, just like this, roll, roll, roll. And then he'd go beep and shut off. And it's like, what? And then I do it, and I try to see if there was any kind of pattern. Like, is there like a certain amount of time, and then he shuts off and stuff like that. So the troubleshooting is listen to the beeps. Like, usually if he beeps because of a crash, he'll do like 5 beeps or something, like beep, 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 like that, and say, oh, I've fallen, it's like, like that, right? It'll be like 5 beeps, but it wasn't that. It was just a single beep and shut off. And then, I don't know, I can't remember the other beeps and stuff, but anyway, so that was something. And then anyways, I'll show you, I'll do a clip of, Jeff took it apart at the ride so that we can at least disconnect the battery, because I didn't want it powered on the whole time while we were riding and stuff, and I was worried about him. So we disconnected the battery, and then I brought him home, and then now I'm going to take a look at him. So how should I do these clips in order? Well, it's just really quick. I'll show you Jeff taking it apart, and then I'll come back to where we are right now. All right, see you in a bit. Jeff is helping me do surgery on my MTen3 because he's got a little brain damage after our little crash here in the parking lot. It's so sad. He will randomly just shut off now and stop balancing while you're riding him. It's really horrible. My poor baby. Here is my MTen3's guts. We disconnected the battery, let him do a reboot, and then we'll see. We should check to see if the spin kill button is okay, if there's any loose wires.
Well, this is your spin kill right here, and there is no exterior sign of a short. You could have some moisture in there, possibly shorting it out.
No, it happened right after the crash. I jumbled his brain.
Okay. See, normally it's not going to power on.
Is this the 168 or 134?
168. All right, so here he is. He's upside down now. Here's his tire, and here's the top of him. And here is the side cover, which, oh my gosh, how can I put this? Gotta put it over there. And so you've got the pedal hanger, the tire, the battery, and the motherboard, and I took this off. This is the front panel. It has your power button, your charger, blah, 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 your little light, all of these cables coming. This is the LED strip light that goes across the whole entire thing. And then here is the motherboard, your fan. And then of these little things, so what we're wondering is the motherboard or the control board, is that at fault? Or is it the power button, or both, right? So troubleshooting it, I messed around with the power button over there. And just so you know, this cable comes around over here and comes over here onto this side. And it has connected to it a yellow connector over here. And right over here is the red connector. Oh, and by the way, curved tip hemostats is one of my tools of choice for delicate work. So right there, sorry, you see the red, so you see the purple connector. The red connector is for your power button, okay? So we got that, the battery, and da-da-da, okay. Oops, did you see that? Here's battery. So here's the thing. We were wondering if it was a power button, but what I found actually is that when this wire here was actually in a very severe 90-degree. And I think what's been happening is that this whole thing, when it suffers impact, I think the whole thing crunches in. And I think that this wire, the negative wire, has been crunched several times. I think even the positive wire. So through multiple hits, these wires have been crunched. But right now, it's the negative. I think it is right there, that it's severely crunched. And I think that wire is actually damaged. And why I say that is because when I move it around, I can actually get it to do different things. So let's see if it works now. Push the power button. Okay, so yeah, power button is not responding at all right now. So hold on. So what I'm gonna do is set this the LED strip over here, and because this will show you the power too coming on. And then what I was doing was just messing around with this a little bit. Just trying to get it to make sure it has a good connection in here. And I don't know, this thing's been torn apart so much. I don't know, earlier when I was messing around with these wires, sometimes it would just turn on its own. But yeah, now it's non-responsive. I may have completely finally severed it. I think that the wires were like crunched in there, and now it's like, oh, here we go. We've got some. Okay, there it goes. Oh, what happened? There was a beep. There we go. So now the power button is working. And so that's why I don't think it's the power button that's wrong. I just think that it's these wires. So you see what I did was I straightened the wire and stuff in a certain way, and then it works. But then if you mess around with, see, now it turned off, and I was nowhere near the power button. So I think it's these connectors back here. But now that we know that, what do we do about it? All right, so that's what we have to figure out. All right, so I took that plastic off, and these wires are all frayed, and they've just been beat up a lot. You see the positive one, how frayed and yucky it is. I think it's just from, I think there's just enough give in that panel, and these are very thin wires, and it's just been, you know, suffering a lot of abuse basically, and until finally, yeah, it's just no good. So I think, I mean, I tested, I'm going to have to strip some of this, and then I'm just going to solder that back on. Great, the soldering iron, the dreaded soldering iron. Oh my gosh. So we'll solder that on, and then we'll see how it goes. All right, so I got the wire soldered on. It's not pretty. I do not do electrical. I don't do this stuff, you guys. Obviously. Look at my thumb. Anyways, then I discovered another problem. So now I think what is going on is that these two slotty things that go into the back of the power button, into the blue, the coppery sticks coming out of there, I swear to God, I think that these sticks go up and down. You like my technical terminology, but check this out. These sticks go up and down, and I think when they are pushed all the way down, they are engaging the power button constantly. So when I pull them all the way back up again, then it works as normal. And I can tell because I can push this button in all the way in now. Now I can push that all the way in, and now it's working as it should, which is not being engaged all the time. So watch what happens is, now I turn it off. Okay, so now it works, right? So watch this. These little sticks go down all the way. Maybe it's supposed to be adjustable, or maybe it's from all of the crashes. But look, it just turned on its own. You know why? Because as soon as that red one, this black one is touching this power button now. As soon as I slid that red one in, oh God, I just broke my nail again. God damn it, I can't do things like that with my nails. Okay, anyways, as soon as then now, watch my power button. First off, I can only push my power button in a little bit. And now there's no more effect. You know why? Because both contacts, both of these brass contacts are contacting the power button. And that's what I think happened. I smashed, somehow it must have been kept, every crash, well, one, the wires were getting all beat up to hell. And then these brass, I don't know how it's supposed to work. I'm just reverse engineering, figuring it out, you know, right now. But maybe these guys kept getting pushed in further and further until, yeah, they were always contacting, and that's why I couldn't power down my my wheel. So let me try to pull it back out again. So I pulled, you see how I pulled the black one back out again? So if I pull the black, I should just need to pull out one, right? Let me see. Yeah, now I can power it off. So it needs both of them to be connected. I mean, both of them to be shoved in for it to be a problem. So should I just leave the other one? But now the power button is still feeling very shallow because this one, maybe I want to make it even. Hold on a sec. Hold on. Okay. So I pull them both back out. They're both out, and it does click when you pull it out like that. And now watch how much the power button indents in. Look at that. That's how it's supposed to be. And now it's working like it should. So I think this is the way it's supposed to be. And then, but then what happens is after multiple crashes, it must have kept getting shoved in until we had that problem. So now I got to figure out, how do I prevent this from getting shoved in any more? How can I stop that? Can I just put a big wad of solder at the base to act as a stopper? All right, guys, so he's fixed. This is the first test. So before, when he broke, he would balance, and then he would like all of a sudden just beep and shut off. And I was thinking, yeah, that would really suck if you were riding when he did that. So I'm a little scared. But okay, so the problem was bad wires. The wires got worn out, and also those little spade connectors, they got shoved too far into the power button, therefore constantly keeping it engaged and making it so that it wouldn't turn off ever. So, yay! I'm glad that, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so proud! I figured it out on my own! Big thanks to Jeff that helped me take it apart so that we could disconnect the battery and make him safe while we continued our ride. Big thanks to Nick at eWheels. I was talking back and forth with him for a little bit, and before I was doing my actual own troubleshooting, because we were thinking, okay, like, is it the motherboard? Is it the power button? And I was actually all set to purchase a motherboard and a power button from him. But then when I finally took it apart and was messing around with it, that's when I was looking at, hey, I think it's just the wiring and those little spade connector thingies in there. So, there you go. That's the 5 beeps. So when he falls over on his own, he does 5 beeps and then stops. So there's the 1 beep and balanced again. And he's good! My MTen3 is 100% back to normal! Oh my god! I'm so happy! He's back! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to ride right now. So there we go, we fixed him. Yay, my baby's fixed. All right, I'm all done. And I didn't die, I didn't kill myself, and I didn't burn myself again while soldering. Everything should be good. And thanks for joining me, you guys. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye! And Happy New Year! End of 2024. Success! My baby MTen3 is going to be with me coming into 2025. Yay!